Before I went to Dr. Nikitow, I was going to normal doctors and just leaving with handfuls of prescriptions for migraines. I have not taken a pill since I started with Dr. Nikitow for these migraines. They're completely gone. My spine is aligned. I can see that. They've shown me that with the x-rays. Your spine being out of line controls everything in your body. And, you know, like I said, my vision has improved. My energy level has improved. Anxiety and depression, I know I've met people with those that has improved as well.
So let's talk a little bit about migraines really quickly. So I want to show you on this other patient here, you'll notice the side view of the neck. Now from the side, okay, we should have 3 arcs. So basically when we look at the spine from the side, these 3 arcs are identifiable here. They're all the same. They make up 63 degrees, which is a 42-degree angle. Now, if we see that here in the model of the spine, you'll notice there's no pressure here on the brainstem or the nerves. So when we see this on an x-ray, what we should see is the neck curving like this. So when we see a normal neck, it should have an arc in it. And the arc is very important because the discs have to be open in the front. These dark spaces are where the discs would be. So the angle would measure 42 degrees. And then this line drops right over this one vertebrae here, so you're carrying the weight properly, and there's no forward lean. So once again, looking at the model, as you see the curve in the spine here, okay, this means that the discs here are open, okay? And secondly, what's real important here is this first bone should angle at 30 degrees, so there's no pressure here in the brainstem. But what happens, secondly, is the spinal cord should also have little wrinkles to it like this. So if the neck is in the proper position, there's a wrinkle to the spinal cord and there's no tension in that spinal cord. That's extremely important, especially in headache patients and more importantly in migraine patients, because what will happen is, like with this gentleman here, he had no curve in his neck because somewhere he had like a whiplash, and it caused the nerves to overfire in the front. And when the nerves overfire in the front, they tell the muscles to pull that way. Remember, it's the nerve telling the muscle what to do. Now he's compressing the discs. He's looking down here, so he tilts his skull back, he compresses these nerves here. And as we see, the second bone here should have an angle going forward. So after we had fixed him, you'll notice this is 41.5 degrees from 0 degrees. And he had a 22 millimeter forward head posture. So when the head goes way forward, he's facing this direction, obviously. When the head goes forward, there's a huge amount of compression like this at the brainstem. Those are the nerves that control hormones and immune system, and the ones that can affect allergies, sinus problems, ADHD, migraine headaches, all sorts of types of headaches. Fatigue is a big one. So if you're having any of those kind of things, we have a specific way of fixing these, and it's not just what some chiropractors do, they just kind of do manipulations. Traditional chiropractors like myself, okay, what we actually do is correct the spine so it's permanently fixed. And once we fix it, then we can show you how to maintain that correction throughout your lifetime. Listen, it's important to get the frame in the game, okay? God didn't just make our body and our frame just to, house a bunch of organs. But we've been taught that anytime we get any kind of symptoms or anything, we just take a bunch of pills. Like everything in health is chemical. Health doesn't come just between your lips, it comes in your frame. And if your frame's in proper alignment, then you got to make sure you understand that it's the nerves, the brain has to tell the body how to function, and it does it through the nervous system. Chiropractors are nerve doctors, we're not back pain doctors, although we're the best with back pain. The reason we're checking the nerves, because if they're compressed, then there's going to be an altered function and activity that's going to occur in the body. So we've had some very good success with that. And there's some really good research here as well, describing some of these things when we talk about headaches. If you look at this one research piece, it said they studied 6,000 cases of chronic headaches and migraines, and they found that the only significant finding they found was that there was a complete or segmental loss or reversal of the normal curve of the neck. So what they're talking about is this neck over here is curved. This one is too flat, so when you lose the curve, you then take the spinal cord and you put the spinal cord in tension. It's sort of like taking your palm and putting it like this and putting your palm in tension. If you're going to hold your palm like that, what they found is that you can break down the fibers. Well, that's the same thing that happens in the spinal cord. And then there was another study here. They said that Dr. Vernon found that a high incidence of straight necks or reverse curves of the neck in chronic tension and migraine patients. Okay, so there's a lot of studies here that support this, and we've had significant success with those types of things. So if you are suffering from migraines, look, going to a headache specialist that's just going to give you another fancy colored pill isn't going to fix it. Chiropractors lead the industry in healthcare in correcting headaches. Okay, studies have been done at Syracuse University in 1995 showing that chiropractors were right all along when they identified scientifically and anatomically that the majority of headaches come from pressure that occurs at your brainstem, in your neck. So if you're struggling with migraines, or if you're having anybody you know that has headaches and migraines, they'll usually have other associated symptoms like fatigue, fibromyalgia, ADHD, a number of different types of things, depression. The way chiropractors help those and the way I help those is basically get your spine aligned, okay, free up the nerves, allow the body to come back to normal, and that's how Mother Nature made it, and lo and behold, you'll do pretty well. So if you're interested in coming into our clinic, please make a phone call to our clinic. It's 303-773-8027, 303-773-8027. Talk to one of our assistants and they'll make you an appointment. The exam's completely free. So we're allowing anybody to come in with them and their family. And if you have anything like that, or if you have any friends that have issues like that, this could be a life-changing experience. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.